with John Harbaugh now in New York with the Giants, they could potentially be looking to make a big move this offseason as they try to change the direction of their franchise. We're going to talk about that. And then Adam Schefter from ESPN has let everybody know that Maxx Crosby is not too thrilled to be in Las Vegas. We're going to talk about what the Las Vegas Raiders should do with Maxx Crosby. Y'all know before we talk about it and break it all down, you got to hear the music first.
Welcome to your number one spot for all NFL news and content, NFL Central.
What's going on, football fans? Welcome back into another episode of NFL Central, your number one spot for everything football related. Y'all know if y'all tuned in, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, man. Stevo, what's the word?
What's good?
Hey, man, we got 700 subscribers, y'all. Help us on our journey to get that first 1K. So hit that like button and subscribe. Don't freeload. Just go ahead and show a little love to the brothers that's putting on and talking football the right way. But nonetheless, let's get into today's topic. Stevo. So a reporter by the name of Anthony Rivardo, he went out there and talked about the New York Giants and some moves that they could potentially make this offseason. And there's some interesting things that he put out there for the people to think about. He said off the top of his head, some Giants players that could potentially be on the trade market include guys like Kayvon Thibodeaux, Devontae Banks, and Devin Singletary. And some of the players that they could potentially be going after includes players like DJ Moore from Chicago, Ravens cornerback Marlon Humphreys, and Packers inside lineman Elton Jenkins. Now, first, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Kayvon Thibodeaux. Do you think the New York Giants should be moving off of him? Let's remind everybody that a move that includes coming off of Kayvon Thibodeaux will save the New York Giants $15 million in cap space. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think it would be the smartest move possibly they could honestly make, because have that made they drafted him and he was a pretty good draft pick nonetheless. When you went out to go get Brian Burns and then you see the type of production he give, almost I think 11 to 12 sacks this year, and then you already got Dexter Lawrence and you got some visible pieces around in the depth spot as well that could possibly plug in and do what they got to do in certain aspects. I quite honestly feel like that's something they should go out there and do. They already showed that they can go out there and find quality pieces like a Dexter Lawrence, like a Kayvon Thibodeaux, who they just drafted a couple years ago. And quite frankly, Kayvon necessarily ain't been doing what we thought he was going to be doing. Now, that could do to the production on Brian Burns and Dexter's part, which I think is a nice contributing fact to why his production dropped a little bit. But yeah, this is a guy I kind of want to see spread his wings a little bit, kind of go out there, not necessarily become the star of the line, but possibly be a piece of that line or possibly help, just expand him as well, because we know two edges is better than one and they both help each other in different aspects.
I agree with you. I think that for the most part, you look at Kayvon Thibodeaux, the career so far has not been spectacular per se. You're looking at last year, only 2.5 sacks. The year prior is 5.5. 2023 was his best season with 11.5 sacks, and then in his first year with the Giants, only had 4 sacks. But I agree with you. You definitely should explore this option because I believe you could plug in a younger guy in there and potentially get some of the same production, because that young player that you bring in will be surrounded by guys that you mentioned. You just drafted Abdul Carter. You will have Brian Burns and Dexter Lawrence right there. And then you could potentially flip Kayvon Thibodeaux for some of the names that was mentioned by Anthony Rivardo, like a DJ Moore. Maybe using Kayvon Thibodeaux in a trade will be intriguing to the Chicago Bears, who need defensive line help. Maybe that's something that you explore. And I think that when you go out there, and if you can go out there and flip them for a player and potentially a pick, that does your franchise way more better than just holding on to a guy that you might eventually have to pay in the first place. But Stevo, if you was the Chicago Bears, would you be intrigued by trading a DJ Moore for a Kayvon Thibodeaux?
Yeah, kind of. To be honest with you, because like I just said offline, I'm not willing to move off DJ Moore unless it's for a quality player like a Kayvon Thibodeaux or a nice amount of picks or a nice pick. That's just how I'm. Quite frankly, I'm not one of these players like, oh, he didn't necessarily live up to what he was doing, because if you, like we said coming in with this offense with Ben Johnson, it's not necessarily an offense where it's meant for one person to get off.
Okay.
And it showed that it's meant to spread the ball evenly, and that's what happened. Everybody got their touches, including DJ, but DJ was needed in certain moments, especially in certain big moments. And we got some flack for him as well. Sometimes not running the most complete routes and stuff like that, sagging off on certain plays, not giving 100% effort at times. But at the end of the day, he's still a quality player. He's still quality to this locker room and this culture that we just built. And I'm not willing to give him up for nothing. And to me, in my opinion, like I just said, I understand Kayvon ain't necessarily had the seasons that we expect, or necessarily a season like we expected him to come out of college, out of Oregon yet. But I think something like this would be a big help for him, for both players. Not only will DJ will go back to more of a 1-2 instead of a 1-2-3-4-5 with Malik Neighbors over there, he would get much more targets that he's been getting. But with Kayvon Thibodeaux, you got somebody on the opposite side like a Sweat, as well as an Austin Booker, as well as maybe a Dio Adimbo that you could put more inside, which we see better production with him in. So to me, it kind of helps on both sides. You saving money, both we kind of saving money, kind of recouping a month, because I think their contracts are probably kind of quite the same. But I think it helps both teams on both sides, if they used to make a trade like this.
I agree with you. I think that is more. It'll be really intriguing. It's gonna be interesting to see what the Chicago Bears ideas are moving forward. We know that Ryan Poles likes to get ready and make his moves and start adjusting, especially because we have free agency coming up here next month. And that's going to open up a lot of things and give us more insight to what teams want to do and how they want to reshape their rosters. Because if you're the Chicago Bears and you made it to the divisional round and you literally lost in overtime, you have to feel good about where you are. But you do understand that them turnovers, all those turnovers, yeah, they can move on to the following season, but you know that it's going to be a lot harder to go out there and generate that many turnovers. You will generate turnovers, but just probably not at that same level. So you're going to have to provide yourself with some more stability, and this will be a move that's more intriguing. I'm interested to see if this is something that they'll be more interested in, or if they'll be willing to go a little bit, be more aggressive in looking at a guy like Maxx Crosby. For the Giants' sake, the Giants, they in a weird ass division, Stevo.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm saying that the Giants are in a weird division is because, yeah, they have their issues as well in New York, but Philly, they offensive line coach just retired on them. You got a young new offensive coordinator, and the coach is potentially on a hot seat. The Dallas Cowboys is dry right now. But Jerry he be like, yeah, it's boring right now, so let me go ahead and stir some shit up. So he about to go and stir something up real quick. And they got a lot of work to do on the defense. The Washington Commanders, they just gutted their whole entire staff. Mm-hmm. And we don't know how healthy Jaden Daniels going to be able to be next season, because he was really, really hurt this season.
The hell up.
So it's going to be a lot of different decisions that the Giants got to make. And I think this will be one of the smart moves to make if you can flip them for a DJ Moore or Marlon Humphreys or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. But hey, we're going to go ahead and switch gears and talk about Maxx Crosby, Stevo. According to ESPN's Adam Schefter, Maxx Crosby is not really fond of being in Las Vegas right now because what transpired at the end of the season last year for the Vegas Raiders. Pretty much, if y'all don't recall, the Vegas Raiders, when they still had a few games left, they shut Maxx Crosby down and pretty much sent them home. And he was pissed.
Mad to see him.
Stevo, do you think Maxx Crosby should want out of Vegas?
Yeah, we broke it down a couple weeks ago. This is the worst place to be right now because it's ripped down to the studs. It's all the way down to the studs. And so, like when we talk about rebuild, they put the R in rebuild. Like you got to put your everything into this. It's a brand new baby, fresh out the room. So, with him being at the age he's in his physical prime. He's probably at his everything prime. Yeah, you should be trying to go out there and win. And he's not going to win no time soon in Vegas. So yeah, he shouldn't be fond being there right now because y'all telling him to go home. That's one. He's already been losing for the last few years, even though he's been keeping y'all competitive in certain games throughout the season, regardless of how bad y'all play. He's still an impact regardless. He's a game wrecker. So yeah, with somebody of his caliber and his talent, we as fans deserve to see him in these big games on good teams. So yeah, I think he should want up.
I agree with you. I think that Maxx Crosby is so good. You could go out there and get a similar deal to Micah Parsons for him. Multiple picks and a player. And going back to the last topic, you could call the Chicago Bears. Hey, give us DJ Moore, couple picks, and we'll give you Maxx Crosby. And why wouldn't that be good for the Vegas Raiders? Because you have Ashton Jeanty, and I was shocked, Stevo. You kept reminding me that Ashton Jeanty put up 1,000 yards with that O-line. Get him a good O-line. He might be a lot better. Then you got Brock Bowers, and now you got a number one wide receiver in DJ Moore. All you got to do is go out there and continue to utilize that cap space that you have available to you and continue to build that offensive line. Now, if you want to go out there and draft Fernando Mendoza first overall, now you're in good position to start building. But let's be real. The Vegas Raiders, y'all are nowhere near to playoff contention in the AFC West.
They ain't in a division contention.
You ain't nowhere near it. You're nowhere near a Super Bowl. This is a year, this probably 2-3 year process before we even get to talking about playoff contention for the Vegas Raiders. You have the Chargers in front of you. You have the Chiefs coming back, and that's there in front of you. You have the Broncos. If Bo Nix doesn't get hurt, he's going to the championship. They're ahead of you still. Vegas Raiders, y'all need to wake up and make this move, bro. Because I agree. Maxx Crosby, yeah, he loyal to them. And I believe he will, you know what I'm saying, continue to be loyal if he is to remain on the team and do his job, because we know where he come from, the grit that he has. But if you're the Vegas Raiders, you need to wake up and see reality and go get them picks for Maxx Crosby if you could do it. Shit is crazy.
It's just that simple. Like at the end of the day, y'all need picks, y'all need players. And he's the one person that can give you the most picks, the most players this fast. It's a quick flip.
It's literally a quick flip. That's why we love the NFL, bro, because 1 year you can be like, all right, we're going to be down. But then the next year you can go out there and be first. I'm not saying that they're going to be first, but I'm saying that if you flip Maxx Crosby and get quality player or players plus the picks, which will bring you more players, you can go out there and potentially not be at the bottom of your division.
Yep.
You can compete for something. That's why we love the NFL, bro, because the way that they have the rules set up when it comes to trades, they don't give a damn if salary matches. They don't care about that. If you can absorb the salary within your cap space, you can trade for somebody. And it makes total sense. It makes total sense, man. And I'm not mad at him either. Because, bro, how many coaches has he been through for the last 3 years? Didn't he have John Gruden?
Yeah.
Then Antonio Pierce and Pete Carroll. He just went through all that shit. Was he there when Josh McDaniels was there? It's sad. Get him out of there.
Yeah, I think he was. I think about it.
Get him out of the building. God. And we want to see, bro, I'm with you, Steve, on that last point that you made. We want to see him in the fucking playoffs. Look how good Will Anderson showed up. Jared Verse showed up. All these pass rushers. DeMarcus Lawrence showed up in the Super Bowl.
And them young boys at that.
Milton Williams for the Patriots. I'm like, hold on. They paid him that much over the offseason? He showed up. in the Super Bowl. It's just that
So
their
did.
offense wasn't shit.
One a damn thing.
So get Maxx Crosby to a new organization that can utilize his skill set, man, for real.
Straight up.
But hey, man, you got anything left, bro?
Bro, did you see that CBS article that they dropped of one of the top craziest like predictions that could possibly happen this year?
Oh, with the Vikings trading Justin Jefferson
To
to
the
the
Bills.
Buffalo Bills.
I'm gonna just throw you some out here just to let you know, because it's like I say 5 that I was like, it's interesting but crazy nonetheless. That was the first one. The second one is they think the NFL might make a big major defensive move change, and I ain't gonna lie, folks. I'm mixed up between it because it's not a bad idea. So you know how in the pass interference, no matter how far they run, it could be a 30-yard goddamn PI, right? They thinking about changing it to college where it's just automatically first down 15 yards every time.
I actually like that.
And you see, and most people like, why would we do that? It completely shifts the trajectory of a drive.
Yep.
And sometimes it's almost, I kind of almost look at it especially with certain teams, you know how to use it correctly, even though it's kind of like a skill, but it's kind of like it's kind of like rough baiting, in my opinion.
Yep.
It's kind of like a mixture of when you see Trey Young going through the lane and he knows somebody behind him and he stops, flares up, do a floater, and he knows he's going to draw that foul. Or when James Harden goes through the lane, hooks an arm, flails his arm, and know he's gonna get that foul. That's the same thing. All they doing is, okay, I'm gonna do this back shoulder fade. Make sure you slow down. He gonna run into you, flag.
Yep, and then you pick up 40 yards.
Right.
I'm with you on that, bro. I honestly like it because, bro, there was no guarantee that this wide receiver was finna catch this pass.
No, it ain't. It's not.
So give him the 15 and give him the 15, not the 40, and we keep it pushing. I'm with you on that. That is a crazy ass thing, but I am with it. I am with it. You can't because sometimes, let's be real, sometimes quarterbacks get bailed out.
Every
they
time.
Be throwing hospital balls.
Hospital balls, fuck it balls, fuck he down there ball. Like, yeah. That's one. Now the next 2 crazy ones is trades. They said they possibly see a trade between the Dallas Cowboys and the Broncos. Can you guess who's in the trade?
Dallas Cowboys. I know it better not be no damn Pat Surtain going nowhere. Bo Nix? Hold on, one more. Cortland Sutton?
Nope.
Who?
George Pickens.
To the Broncos?
Nah, I don't see it happening either, but I don't know. Like, I don't know. Anything can happen with the damn Dallas Cowboys. Now, this one's a little crazy because it's like, you don't deserve this shit, but it could work. Brandon Ayuk joins the Chargers.
See, if he would have played this year, I would have said bad. But Brandon Ayuk, this motherfucker basically quit on the team, and instead of going to play football, his stupid ass jumped in his car and drove 90 miles an hour past the city. Stupid.
It is my last one. This shit was funny to me. This is the funny one to me. The Falcons release Kirk Cousins. Just decide his ass again.
Huh?
They said, nigga, we ain't paying you that shit. We gonna sign your ass for $15 million, and that's what we gonna do. I said, I can't even blame you. That ain't stupid.
Mark my words. Kirk Cousins about to be starting week 1 on the real.
Some way,
he love his older quarterbacks, boy.
He'll be a Falcon.
Like, you down there 40? Yeah, come on, you start.
Come on, my mama. Somewhere. But that's crazy. That was the craziest ones out of the top 10. I mean, the other crazy ones was like, okay, the third one was Bijan becoming the highest paid running back in history. That ain't really crazy to me. I
Yeah, it's
can
not
see that
crazy. He
happen.
too good.
No, yeah, and the other one was the fourth and 15 onside kick alternative is finally adopted.
I would like that too,
Yeah,
personally.
yeah, that's what I was like. I could see that happening in the next 2 years. Then another one was Tennessee making draft history. I was like, whatever the fuck. I'm like, that's purely speculation because they basically saying if they get so many defenders in this draft, I'm like, you don't know if they're gonna work. And then the last one was, which is, I think everybody can see this happening. Travis Kelce retiring just to retire.
You already know. He could probably say fuck OTAs, training
Yeah.
camp, and then come back.
Your
Oh
ass week
shit,
one.
back. I'm back.
I'm back. Yeah.
What? Oh, the real. But I think that's some interesting stuff, man. I can't wait to see what happens with it all because we got the combine coming up, free agency gonna open up, boy. Just when we thought that we was gonna have some time off, ain't no time off in the NFL. This shit always moving.
Always.
For sure. We might have a dry patch in fucking May or something, right before training
like
camp.
2 months. Yeah, that 2 months definitely be
That'd
dry.
be the dry patch.
Yeah.
But we still gonna be rocking and rolling, man. Stevo, ask again. Anything else?
Nah, that's it.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to another episode of NFL Central. Before you get up out of here, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Man, we on our road to 1K. We appreciate for those people that are already following the family. If you're new to the family, make sure you go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe and join the family. Let's talk football, talk the right way. But hey, that is it from us. Make sure you always love football. Y'all already know. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Peace.
Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break